Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to take you through 3 days of what I eat in a day. I'll show you my breakfast, my lunch, my dinner, what I prepare, and what I do to stay on this weight loss journey. Since I don't know who is new to my channel, who is just strolling by to visit, my name is Marlene. I am 64 years old and I always have to make the disclaimer that I am not a dietitian, I am not a healthcare professional, and I am not affiliated with the WW program in any way. This is just what works for me. This is the plan that I have been on since August of 2021. At the time of this recording, which is a few days before you'll see the video, I have shed a total of 77 pounds and I still have about 20 more to go. But in the meantime, I'm going to take you on my journey and show you what I eat. Just about everything that I include in my diet, I purchase at my local grocery store, at Walmart, at Costco. My protein powder, I do order online, but for the most part, everything you can find in your local store. What I did in this video, I took you through breakfast, lunch, and dinner of 3 days. So you could see the different foods that I eat. And if I decided that on a day, any snacks, anything that I have, I will certainly be sharing it with you. I also want to include that I do walk a minimum of 10,000 steps per day and a max of 15,000 steps a day. It fluctuates. I'm trying to get it where I'm at 15,000 steps a day every day, but I haven't reached that yet. Right now it's 10,000, 12,000, and when I'm really motivated, I'll walk the 15,000 steps. I walk first thing in the morning before my coffee, and someone asked me, well, how long do you walk? I walk a minimum of 10 minutes and a maximum of 30 minutes. So my very first walk before I have breakfast or anything else, it's only a 10-minute walk. Even before I have my coffee, I'll take a 10-minute walk. And I just walk around the block and then I come back and have my coffee. All right, let's go to day 1 and I will be showing you breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then I'll come back. For lunch, I'm going to have some shrimp. I'm going to saute it in the olive oil, and I really like this because it doesn't have anything else. The ingredients are olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. That's it. But as you can see, there are 0 calories. So this is what I like to use, and I'll season it with some garlic powder, some chipotle chili powder. I love this. Everything, bagel seasoning blend. I'll add some peppers, some organic spring mix, and I love these. These only have 1 point. These are high fiber tortillas. They're 8 inches. There's 11 grams of fiber. There's only 50 calories. No sugar added, nothing else. It's keto friendly if you're following keto, and it's whole wheat with flaxseed. So these work really well. So that will be my lunch today. Everything has, so this lunch will be 1 point, and it's only for the tortilla, 0 points, 0 points. All of this other is 0 points, and so is the shrimp. I will have some extra personal points added to my daily amount from the spring mix and the peppers. Just 2 of the peppers will add some additional personal points, and I will show you when it's over. Okay, I am sauteing the shrimp with the red peppers. I've already washed my spring mix. When I finish it all, I'll add some of the creamy sriracha sauce. I don't even count points for this. I just, I add about a teaspoon or something like that, a tablespoon. I don't think it really adds. It does contain eggs and soy, so if you're avoiding those products, just be aware of that. For this, I just think it's really, really good. And it's great to add a little bit of extra flavor. I set the shrimp and peppers over to the side, and now I am just going to heat the tortilla in the same pan, and that way I'll get some of the flavors. Then I'll add the shrimp and the peppers in there. All right, it's all set. The shrimp and peppers are there. Lettuce and the creamy sriracha sauce is on top. Now I'll roll it up in a simple, easy one-point lunch. I always like to have a little bit of chocolate. So I like these Build bars. These are 2 points. This one is a chocolate and coconut. So it's like a little mounds bar. And my sparkling ice. And that will hold me out till dinner. It's dinner time. I'm going to spray the pan with some olive oil. I'm going to saute. This is Tyson grilled and ready. It's fully cooked, so I just have to brown it. These are kept frozen. There are, let's see, there's no antibiotics. There's no added hormones or steroids, and it's made with white meat chicken. 19 grams of protein per serving, so I'll have 3 ounces of that. This bag of bird's eye rice cauliflower, it's fried rice style. I love rice cauliflower. This one has carrots, peas, onions, and eggs, seasoned with ginger and soy sauce. And I will be adding some green beans. Okay, it's now, it's pretty brown, so now I'm going to take it out of the pan. This is the chicken. I'm going to take it out of the pan. I don't want to overcook it, and then I'll put it back in with the vegetables. This is the rice cauliflower, and I didn't tell you, but it's got, the bag has 150 calories, and there are 9 grams of protein, 19 grams of fiber, 5 grams of dietary fibers. So, and I don't eat that much carbs in the day, so this will be fine. I won't be adding too much seasoning to it. I'm just going to let that saute. And I'll add a little bit of the everything bagel. I'll add some garlic and some crushed red pepper. I added the spices. I put the chicken back in, and it's almost ready. So it took me about 10 minutes to make dinner. But that was pretty good. I want to add that I made it with chicken, but if you wanted to make it with shrimp, or you want to make it with beef, or you didn't want to put any protein in it at all, if you didn't want to add any of that, you certainly don't have to. For today's breakfast, I'm going to have an egg sandwich. I'm going to use Thomas's English muffin light multi-grain. It has 100 calories, and these are 2 points, so I'm going to go ahead and toast those. I'm going to add 2 eggs, 0 points. Velveeta slices, these have 40 calories. I don't usually eat this cheese, but I found that it works out really well, and there's only 1 point. I'll make my eggs in the Bertolli. These are the seasonings that I prefer. You could use anything you want. The everything bagel. I like spicy, so I'll add some chipotle chili pepper, garlic powder, and a bit of sriracha. The total points for this breakfast is 3 points. 2 points for the English muffin, 1 point for the Velveeta and 0 points on everything else. I don't use enough of the creamy sriracha to really count for any points. And you can use any seasoning you prefer. This is what I use, and the seasonings are all 0 points, as well as the Bertolli olive oil, which I prefer because there is no soy in here. I added a little bit I added a couple of strawberries, and I thought to add a bit more protein, I'm going to have a Premier protein. There's 30 grams of protein, so between the protein in the English muffin, the cheese, the eggs, I'll add some more, and this will certainly keep me full until later on in the day. 3 points for the Premier protein, 3 points for breakfast, so we have a total of a 6-point breakfast. I don't often have a snack in between meals, but I've done a lot of walking and I'm a bit hungry. So I am going to have an Oikos 000. Got 15 grams of protein, no added sugar, no sweeteners, 0% fat, and there's 1 point. I'm going to add a tablespoon the Catalina Crunch Cinnamon Toast. That'll have, I believe it's 1 point. I'll put it across the screen. And I'll add 1 point of the nut granola blueberry cinnamon. There is 5 grams of protein, but this is really high in points, so I'll only add 1 tablespoon. All right, here's this is dinner for day 2. This is about 4.5 ounces of salmon. And I marinated with some cilantro lime sauce, just a little bit, about a teaspoon or so. Some garlic powder, some everything bagel, some pepper. And I sprayed the pan with some Bertolli. Have a salad with cucumbers and peppers and mixed green. And the dressing that I use is the Skinny Girl. Today I'll be using the raspberry vinaigrette. And I had a little bit of beans left over. That's red beans, black beans, chickpeas with some diced tomato and a little bit of chicken broth. So my dinner today is 0 points. Living in Florida, I usually get fresh seafood or fresh fish, but I always like to I get this one at Costco. This one is 38 grams of protein. I'm sure that's the same for any salmon. All right, the serving size is 6 ounces and 38 grams of protein. So I always keep some of the frozen in my freezer. I always keep salmon and I keep shrimp as well, even though, as I mentioned, I like to go and get it all fresh. But when I can't, like today, it's bad weather out today, so I just took out some salmon because I didn't feel like going out. So yeah, 0 point dinner. I think that's pretty yummy. This morning I'm in a bit of a hurry. I've got a lot of work to do. So I am going to have one of these keto-friendly egg witches turkey sausage. There's 8 in the package. These are 6 points. They're no antibiotics, gluten-free. Keep them frozen. You put them place them in the microwave. They have 17 grams of protein. I think they're really good. There's no bread. So we have eggs, turkey sausage, and cheese. And like I said, it's 6 points. It's quick. I don't have this every day because it is 6 points and I'd rather have something else. But when I'm in a hurry, this is really good to have. I get these at Costco. All right, this is what it looks like right out of the microwave. I'll add a little dollop of the creamy sriracha just because I like it. To add a bit more protein to my breakfast, I place in my blend jet 6 ounces of silk almond with 30 calories, so that is 0 points. I added a little over an ounce of the Premier protein, and that just sweetens it up a little. That's 0 points. 2 scoops of the organic protein, because that has 21 grams of plant protein. This is 2 points. And a scoop of the collagen. So we have 6 point, oh, and to my blend jet now, I already mixed the almond milk, the Premier protein, and the collagen and the organic protein. I already put that through the blender. When I do my groceries, I always buy raspberries, strawberries, and blackberries. I wash them and I pack them individually and I keep them in the freezer. And then now I'll add some to my shake after everything has blended. Now I'll add some of the berries. That'll help for flavor, to get me some berries. These are the ones that are lowest in sugar, but it also serves to make it colder. So my total breakfast, my total points for my breakfast this morning is 9 points. And that's a pretty big breakfast for me, but I know that I'm not going to eat anything for about another 5 hours, and this will certainly hold me. I'm going to have, if you will, a fajita. This is going to be a total of 1 point that is going to come from the high fiber tortilla wrap. I'm going to take about half a cup of refried beans. These are the fat-free. I continue to follow the blue plan. So there's 0 points in the refried beans, 0 points in the diced tomato. I'm going to season it with chipotle chili, everything bagel seasoning, and some garlic powder. And I will add to my fajita, I will add some of this oven roasted diced chicken breast, about 3 ounces, 0 points in that. And for my veggies, I have some red cabbage and some bell pepper, and that will be 0 points. So I will show you when it's all done. I decided to add the full can of the refried beans because I'll save the rest. I'll have half a cup now, and then I'll save the rest for another meal. I added about half a can of the diced tomato, some just a tiniest little sprinkle of the Himalayan pink salt, because this just a little bit goes a long way. I added some cumin, and now I'm just letting it cook a little bit. This all takes about 5 minutes. Now I'm just sauteing the cabbage, the red pepper, and the chicken, and that will only take a couple of minutes. And in the meantime, I'll just place the tortilla in the microwave for about 20 seconds. I want to show you what I did. Here are the refried beans. I'm going to portion out the half a cup. Then when it cools off, I'll put it in the refrigerator. While it's totally cool, I'll divide it up into about half cup portions and I'll freeze it. There's the tortilla and it's already warm. I added the half a cup of the refried beans and then the chicken with cabbage and peppers over it. At this point, if you wanted to add some shredded cheese, you could do that. If you wanted to eliminate the chicken altogether, you can certainly do that. Or change it for some beef or some pork or shrimp or whatever is your favorite. It really doesn't matter. If it is a lean protein, it's not going to have any points. Chicken or shrimp or fish, those aren't going to have, or the chicken, these are not going to have points. If you add beef, I believe that there are some points there. So this meal is 1 point. Then it's going to be about 2 points. There's 1 point for the sugar snap pea stir fry. Most vegetables that are, vegetables that are non-starchy will have 0 points. But I believe it's because of the sugar snap peas that there's 1 point in the cup that I'm going to have here. And I'm going to add a tablespoon of soy sauce, and that has 1 point. I'm going to stir fry it all, and the seasoning I'm using is paprika, crushed red pepper, the everything bagel seasoning that I add to everything, and garlic powder. I have to do groceries, and that's why I don't have onions or fresh garlic or anything like that, but I'm going to make do with what I have, and I'm going to add some shrimp. With this, you can certainly add some beef, you could add pork, you could add chicken, you could add anything you want, or not add anything at all, and just have a nice big serving of a stir fry. And there's lots of these. I just get these at Walmart, and the reason I buy them frozen is just because it's not something that I eat every single day, and I don't want it to go bad. And there's my 2-point dinner. I think it is perfect.